Good morning, friends and fellow flyers. Hope everybody's having a good morning. I hope you're enjoying your coffee and having a good morning. Said your prayers to get your day started off right. Enjoy your day in the Lord. Every day is a day in the Lord. So I've got my model to fly my 20 seconds. So I brought it back in and I started to detail it out. I've popped off the canopy. It was glued on. I had just tacked it on and put a little glue in the front, on the sides, and right here at the back. I popped it off, which I messed up the covering a little bit, but that's no big deal. I'm going to now be installing I should have installed the instrument panel to start with, because that was an area that probably would not get damaged. So it'd have been easier to install the instrument panel. It's all right. It's all good. So I'm going to install that, and then I'm going to start painting my model. What I use is just plain old simple acrylics. I just paint it on. You know, the old timers would use a mop on these old warbirds anyway. So I'm just got a selection of paint here, and I pulled them off the shelf. If you just get the 8 primary colors, you say, what's the 8 primary colors? Get you a little box of coloring crayons and look at the 8 colored pack, and then go over to your paints and buy the 8 primary colors. Then pick up your little color chart. You can actually, it tells you how to mix those colors to get almost every color you need. It's a lot of fun. Well, I have started my model here, as you can see. Just painting it on with a brush. I got a big old wide brush, so I don't take all day. I like just keeping things simple. Now, you might like doing things different. I just seen on the Gillows Flying Model Group where someone individual took tissue and put over top of the tissue. That worked great. He did a fabulous job. But I've got my plans laying here beside me, and it just kind of shows sort of the layout of the thing. And then I kind of want to pick the right color. I feel that that's a little bit light, so I want to make it a little darker than that. So I've been kind of looking at this model here on the box to see what color, and it looks like it's a light color. It looks like a dark color because of the shade, the way the artist there has really done a great job of trying to blend them colors up to put them on the box there. They done a good job. So I've got me a little glass bottle here that used to be dope, a sealer, and I used it up, but I always try to save my bottles and stuff. So I've got several bottles laying around that I've emptied out over the years and just saved them. First thing I want to do is shake it up good. Make sure I'm all shook up. Yeah. So we're going to put in some green here. Enough to try to do the whole model. Somewhere about that much. And then I want to make it darker. So I'm just going to put plain old black. This is opaque black. And green, to me, that green seems a little light. So I'm going to add just a little bit of black and stir it up here. See what we look like. Got a little bamboo skewer. Make sure it's clean. And I'm going to stir it up. Make sure it's all stirred up. See what color we end up with. It looks pretty dark. Maybe it might be too dark. So if it's too dark, but I like the color, which I do, I may just add just a touch of white. And this white will just bring it back to lighter a little bit. So I'm going to add just a touch of white. Make sure there's no hard chunks in there. Be real careful and add just a touch of white. Just a tiny little touch there. And blend it in. Okay, let's look at that. Look at that green, that olive green, or sort of, to me it's like an olive green. Okay, now we got that color and then that color. Are they a difference? Yep. I think there's a little difference, and I like that green better. So I'm going to go over this green right real quick. Okay guys, I have painted on some camo. I painted on the yellow. I've added my little lights here. I've added some main lights, running lights. Okay, I've added my paper here. Now if you fly a model in a contest, a scale model in a contest, and you don't choose not to have the landing gear down, then you still have to have a representation of the landing gear on the model. So what I've done is I took some paper and I'm going to be gluing on the where it goes on the location here, and this will be a representation of, you know, this is where the landing gear is. And it's in the up position. So I'll paint some details around this, but that's will be showing that it's got landing gear on it. If you are going to take this to a static or to the competition and you want to fly in scale model where they judge them, you'll have to have some kind of representation of the landing gear on it. Okay guys, I hope you're enjoying the build. I'm going to be adding my water release decals pretty soon. I think it's looking pretty good, and have a great day. Bye.